This is Janice and Mike. My name is Dave.
Hi. Have you ever been sitting on the couch at home wishing that you had something to do, someplace to go? My husband and I used to have this exact problem until we discovered geocaching in April of 2010. Since April of 2010, we have found over 4,100 different geocaches and have visited 27 different states, not including Illinois. What is geocaching? Where can geocache listings be found? What size containers are geocaches? All of these questions will be answered. Let's first take a look at what geocaching is. Geocaching is a treasure hunting game that requires a GPS-enabled device in order to navigate you to the general location of where a geocache container is hidden. From there, you have to search and find the actual container. Geocaches are hidden in over 100 different countries around the world. They can be hidden under the water, they can be hidden on top of mountains, or they can be hidden right in plain sight. Now that we know what geocaching is, let's talk a little about geocache listings. Geocaching.com and opencaching.com are two websites that list geocaches. Geocaching.com is by far the most popular site used. It has over 2 million active geocaches right now, and they're powered by Groundspeak. Opencaching.com was estimated in June of 2012 to have just over 25,000 active listings. That's quite a difference. They're powered by Garmin, who's actually the manufacturer of this GPS. Now that we've talked about, there's also applications for smartphones. There are two such applications for smartphones, CGO and geocaching.com. CGO is the most popular downloaded application for smartphones because it's free. However, I found that it was difficult to use, so I decided to spend the $10 and get the geocaching.com app, and I use that. And anything that you download from geocaching.com is saved into that app, so you can pull it up on your phone. Now that we've talked about listing sites and we've talked about what geocaching is, let's talk a little bit about the containers that people use to hide geocaches in. Geocache containers range in size from nano, being the smallest container, to large, which is the biggest container. A nano container is 10 milliliters in size and only contains a log sheet. The next size container is called a micro, and that's 10 milliliters to 100 milliliters. This is a round bison. The next size container is a small container. That's 100 milliliters to 1 liter, contains a few trade items and a log sheet. The next size container is a regular, and that goes up to 20 liters. Contains a log, some trade items. The rule of thumb, if you take something, put something back. Next size container is a large. That's 20 liters or more, and they actually can get pretty big. I've seen some containers that are big enough that I could fit into. When people hide geocache containers, they can camouflage them or leave them plain. Something like this nano could be camouflaged in the spider and hung in a tree. Or something like this micro could just have black tape on it. Or camouflage tape. Or you could get really creative, like this, and put this pill fob into a deer tube, deer horn. So now that we've talked about the basics, let's recap a little. Geocaching is a treasure hunting game used with a GPS-enabled device, and it's fun for all ages. Geocaches are found all over the world. There are many different listing sites for geocaches, and they come in different sizes, shapes, and colors. Now, are you ready to go out and discover the world one geocache at a time? Any questions?
Is it expensive to geocache?
Geocaching is not very expensive to invest in. Requires obviously a GPS-enabled device. So if you have a smartphone, it's in your plan. And other than that, it's basically fuel if you want, there's things when you go out hiking, bug spray, stuff like that. But it's not very expensive, no. Anything else?
And you were talking about a log. What exactly is a log?
A logbook is something that you just put your geocaching name on and you put it back into the thing just so that the owner of the cache knows that you were there. Anything else? Did we reach time? Okay, then shut it off. Thank you.